Welcome to Airguns and Coffee Talks with Airguns Raider and Hip Shot. Guys, today we are out in my range. We are, as you can see, we have a few guns on the table. Today, guys, I got inspired by a video I watched by a guy they call the Collector. He is a gun collector. He's collected over $1 million worth of guns. I don't have that kind of money, or I have that kind of collection, but I do have some guns that I've collected in my collection, and I decided that I would, off of what he did, I'm gonna do a Airguns 101 type video telling you or talking to you about how I collect. So guys, with that, the coffee's hot. Get yourself a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage, guys. You know what to do. Meet myself and Hip Shot on the other side. So guys, if you're familiar with my channel, some of you are, you may know my story about how I got into collecting air guns. It was a story about me sitting in the backyard with a friend of mine who presented a gun to me that looked like it was a real gun. And when I saw that gun, I was like, that gun really looks real. When he told me it was a BB gun, I was really amazed. I hadn't been into collecting or I hadn't been into BB guns since I was a child. So, I thought, BB guns have come a long way. So that's what was the catalyst to my collection and starting the collection that I have, guys. I have quite a few air guns now. Last count, I'm like close to 95 collected and still collecting. This is collecting season, as a matter of fact, guys. It's getting more towards Christmas, and that's usually when I go and I do my Airguns raids. So probably won't be any different this year, but right now we're gonna cover these guns, guys. So let me set up, and I'll start with the first one. Okay, guys, so before I get started showing you the first gun, stay tuned towards the end of this video, guys. Since I'm out in my range, we might as well do a little shooting on a couple of these. Not sure which ones right now. So anyway, guys, this is on the table is probably the least expensive air gun. At least it was at the time when I purchased it. Now, this gun, guys, when I purchased it, was somewhere around $49, I believe, or something close to it. Luckily for me, it's like, if guys know, I'm Airguns Raider, so my thing is getting air guns and buying air guns, rifles, and pistols and whatnot at a deal. And so the deal I got on this was, if you live in my state, Walmart decided that they were no longer going to carry pistols. They carry rifles now, but they don't carry pistols. And so I grabbed this, guys. I grabbed 2 of them. I should have grabbed 3. Paid $7 for this gun, guys. So this is a good way to understand, what you're looking at when you're starting to collect air guns. So, my thing is I collect air guns on a budget, but I have some nice guns that I've paid a pretty penny for. And being that I collect will probably continue to rise as I collect, because I think the highest price I've paid for a pistol to date is about $220 for a gun. And that happened to be an airsoft pistol, guys. Airsoft pistols will run you a little bit more than air guns. Sometimes you can grab a deal on those if you know where to shop. So anyway, in particular, guys, this gun is blowback action, and I don't have the specs on these guys, but this is not a specs video. This is a video about collecting and how you may collect, guys. This is kind of magazine it comes with. This is a stick magazine. It probably holds maybe 16 rounds. I'm not sure. But you know, like I said, I'm just basically talking about collecting. So there are air guns that if you look online, depending on what you're looking for. Now, I like blowback guns, guys. All these guns on the table happen to be blowback. So my recommendation would be, before you go buy blowbacks, and you can get this blowback. These have risen a little bit. I recently looked online, and I'm looking at prices anywhere between $70 for this gun, $79 maybe. And it just depends on where you look. Now, some of these guns I'm going to explain to you, I did get deals on, and I will explain to you, you know, how that went. But yeah, so, but you don't have to buy a blowback. Blowbacks are enjoyable guns. I enjoy them, guys. They're made so that they are to simulate the action of real steel guns. You know, they don't compare because, of course, real steel guns, blowback is really more powerful than these are, but you get kicked from some of these, you know, nice little kicks. Some of them kick a little bit better than others, I would say. But, you know, if I was starting collecting, I don't have one on the table, guys, but they're called non-blowback air guns. So non-blowback air guns, guys, look like guns. They also, like some of these are replicated guns. This is not. I think they have a gun that's similar that looks like this, but I don't think this one is totally replicated. But they do have non-blowback air guns that are replicated. So you can find non-blowback air guns that are replicated that you can purchase, and they will be a lot cheaper than a blowback air gun. So like I said, but you can find blowback guns in a range of maybe $50, $60, and $70. So some of the reasons why you may find a gun like this is because it's not because it's cheaply made. It's just not made as well as, and some of them are not as well as the ones that you pay a little bit more money for. For instance, the slide on this, guys, even though now this is a higher power gun, it shoots higher, probably more than any of these guns up here. But the slide on this thing, you hear that? And I'll do that on each one. Has a clinky sound, slow. If you rattle it, it's not as well made, but it's still, you know, if you like air guns like I do, you know, you probably, that doesn't really matter to you. For me, it doesn't matter. So this is an Umarex 40XP. So that's the first understanding of buying air guns, is that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun with air guns. And also, depending on what your tastes are, you can find air guns for less than $100. If you catch sales, like I said, you can get guns that are non-blowback that that will cost you anywhere between the ranges of, I've seen them $30, $35, $40 tops at times, depending on what kind it is, and also up to $70 because the replica ones they ask a little bit more. So be right back with the next gun. Next up, guys, we have the Beretta APX BB pistol. These are .177 BB pistols, guys, still BB pistols. And this is another example of a budget gun. This gun, when it first came out, guys, and the reason why I grabbed it was I think it was like 50 something, 59. These numbers don't quote me as, but I know they're in the range of, because this is the way I collect. It was about $59. It was so much so, guys, I had a friend over to my house. He saw it and immediately he went and purchased one off of Amazon. He liked it so much. But anyway, this is a replicated gun. So this is a replica of the Beretta APX. It has the Beretta traits on it, and locks back. It's a blowback action. It has that same clinky sound, guys. These are the cheaper model guns, guys. But like I said, if you don't want to spend a whole lot for a gun and you're in the range of 50 some odd dollars, this one now is upper to, I think it's more than 50 now, something where it's in maybe 60, 70 bucks for this gun right here. But there's the blowback guns, like I said, but they are versions that I've seen online. So this one here, guys, has the same stick mag. Usually, guys, if you're collecting and you find that they have stick mags, they will be cheaper than the full mag type guns. So just keep that in mind if you're going out there and you're looking to purchase any of these. So yeah, and so, you know, you have this style of gun, you know, it does the thing, as they say. You see that this one has dotted sights, serrated. It has serrations on the upper and on the slide, guys. So, and you know, just an overall nice looking, nice feeling gun. You know, so that's generally how it goes. So in my collection, guys, I have guns that range low, and I have guns that range high, and I have guns that range higher. So these are my low range guns to go out and see if you can purchase. So to kind of break up the monotony, guys, I'm gonna present to you what looks to be an air gun, but it is a CO2 pistol. It is blowback, as you can hear, and let's see, quite a difference in the slide and how it sounds, right? Okay, so this is a heavier gun. This gun is almost 2 pounds. The first two guns weigh about a pound, maybe a pound and a quarter. Okay, so there's a difference. This one is heavier. It feels more realistic, and it has a feel about it that is authentic. And so this is the 6 Sauer X5 BB pistol. So this is considered a replica, guys, as well. So this is a 6mm. So you can see 6mm airsoft gun. And you see the hammer cocks back. Let me see. Let me see if I take it off of that safety. Yeah, I can decock this gun. And so with this one, guys, you get a full magazine. So these are your typical full magazines for air guns that have full magazines. You get a screw in the bottom. It holds the CO2. And it's just more realistic. Now, this is heavy, you see, so that's different from the stick magazines. And so the prices on this type of gun, guys, this gun run you probably about 130 to 100, maybe 130, maybe 130. On a good day, maybe 120. This one, guys, in this case, this was a gun that I admired and I saw and I liked. But the first version of this was an actual .177 BB pistol. But I was too late in buying it. And so whether they discontinued it or I could no longer find it. And sometimes I don't buy guns because I can't find them at the price that I would like, price point that I would like. So I'll pass on them. And then usually I can no longer buy them, or I have to go somewhere on eBay to purchase them. And I usually just rather go to an online retailer. So that way anything happens, I can send them back. So it's heavy gun, it's more realistic. And so those are the ranges, and that's how you collect, you know. And then you collect, I always say, collect what you like. Don't collect what I like. It may not be the type of gun that you like. I haven't met too many blowback pistols that I don't like, to tell you the truth. and that's how I collect. You know, my wife says I get on her nerves with buying these things, but you know, what can I say? So that's this one, guys. So this one I'm gonna put down. I'm gonna show you a similar gun that I've got a video coming up on real shortly. That's another replica, guys. So this one is in the package. This is a Springfield Armory XDE. So this is a replicated gun. I'm not going to go over the details. The reason why I put it in this shot, guys, is because I do believe it has a full magazine in it. I'm going to unbox this real soon. Stay tuned for that video. But it's heavy. It's as heavy. It is as heavy as this gun. So usually, guys, if you're going to pay a little money for the guns, they're gonna cost you, but not always. Now, this one here, guys, I got this on a deal. This gun at one point I think would normally run you about $100. I think I paid something like $79. So that goes to show you how you collect. How do you collect? You go and you find some deals. Sometimes you don't find deals, and sometimes you have to pay the full price for what you want. This gun is the MP9. So guys, this is one of those in-between guns that I'm telling you about, that you can purchase. Okay, so this gun, guys, I think will run you right in the range of 70, 80, maybe $90, depending on where you buy it. You can catch a deal on it. This one I caught a deal on. I recently purchased, like I said, anywhere in the range of 69, 70 bucks. It's light, guys. It's a little lighter than these here, so it's probably about a pound, weighs about a pound. And this one here doesn't have quite as much rattle as the other two that I showed you, but it still has that, but it doesn't have that clank, but it has that sound, if you can hear it. So the thing about this gun, guys, is it has a lot of good power. You know, sometimes you'll get guns. I don't know if it's the valve in these guns. Some of these, in this case, it's not even the gun itself. It's the valve in the magazine. So I purchased 2 magazines when I bought this one. And that's the thing too. When you buy guns, and you may want to purchase more magazines, depending on the gun, and they'll cost you, guys, anywhere from 25 to 30 ish, $35 maybe, depending on where you buy it. And then you'll have magazines like the ones above you at the top of this video that will run you maybe 40 bucks per. So it just depends on what you're looking at and how. So this is a different style magazine, as you see. This one here, the CO2 fits in the chamber here, and it's open. It's not as heavy as the other ones. You know, of course, who doesn't prefer the full metal ones, because those are full metal. This one here has plastic that feels like metal, but it's nicely made, and then it has the metal at the top and different type of mechanism. So yeah, so like I said, guys, so it's snapped with 9mm. It has the trades, and this is considered a replica. So Smith & Wesson MP9. So another reason why this one I purchased, guys, was because when I first started, there was the MP40. Kept putting it off. Kept seeing a lot of reviews on it early on. Very good gun, and everybody liked that gun. But when it was time for me to go purchase it with my funds that I guess I didn't have at the time, I didn't buy that one, and then I can no longer get it from the retail the way that I wanted to get it. They may come up. I may be hunting for one this Christmas. Because I like this gun, and hopefully I will find one. That one I think is more metal than this one. Of course, this has a bottom. This one has a polymer receiver. metal slide, and yeah, has all the different functions, trigger functions and whatnot. So but anyway, you know, this is how you collect. You go and you find guns that you may like. You put them on a list. I have lists, guys, of these types of guns. In my case, I'll go and do screenshots, and I'll put files together on guns that I will want and label them as soon to purchase or on my list to purchase. And when it's time for me to go do raids and stuff, I'll go see if I can find these guns, and I'll see if they have a deal on them, and I'll purchase them. You can see not a lot of rattle in this one, guys. So some of them are better. You know, it's a cheaper blowback gun. Fits in about the same range as these guns. See? But not, you know, they're not as pricey. Those are not as pricey as this one. This one here, on a bad day, maybe 100, 110, 120 bucks on a bad day. But I've been seeing them about $70-something, guys. So that's about what I would pay for them if you choose to collect like that. If you're keeping count, guys, you know, retail value, if you pay retail value of these guns, or suggested retail value, guys, of the 4 guns right now, we're looking at, I'm going to just say, when I purchased them, this right here might have been about 120 for 2. This one here would bring it up to 200 based on $77. And then this one, let's say this 200, and this one here would make it almost 320 some odd dollars. And don't forget, guys, you also, you know, you have to pay sales tax in some states, and also shipment. And depending on, you can get free shipment. Sometimes you can get coupons on these things, guys. It just all depends. Hey, guys, so now, you know that those are your base collecting type guns and collecting prices that you may be looking at. I'm leaving the Glock for last, guys. Not because it's any better, but just because, and it is a little better, guys. But anyway, I'm going to talk about this one. So, guys, this is my 6-hour P226. Okay, guys. So now, this particular gun, guys, has been around for quite a while, and you know, I collect. When I do collect, guys, I do collect in line, meaning that I'll get different models. Like I have different models in 6-hour. This is a P226. You know, this 6-hour. Oh, see, there's hip shot again. Stay off of that coffee, bruh. I keep telling you. So anyway, we have the 6-hour. This is the 6-hour also. So 6-hour, guys, heavy guns. You know, I'm a big guy. I like heavy guns. That's just my preference. Your preference might be lighter guns, depending on how you like to shoot and what you do with the gun. But anyway, this is part of my 6-hour line. Okay. So anyway, that's a way of collecting. You may find that you like one gun. You may be like, okay, I'm going to get the rest of them. So I've done that with SIGs. I've done that with Berettas. I've recently done that with my Glocks. And so that's just how I do. I'm sure I'm going to get an M&P companion for my M&P. Get started, because these are replicas and I like to collect the replicas. So anyway, let's break it down. So this gun, guys, usually, you know, at one point, $80, running in that range, depending on where you get it. You could catch this one on sale. The way it stands without all the accoutrements on it, but it's a readily available gun. So it has different features on it. I'll make this cover just a couple, you know, other than just this. Of course, you have the slide, guys. Let's see, this one is not locking back. Okay, reason why this one is not locking back, guys, is this is a pellet. This is a pellet gun, but there's an example. You know, it's like I said, depending on what you collect. I collect pellet guns, BB guns, air guns, airsoft, paintball, etc., etc. So, but this particular gun is a pellet gun, guys, and this is the magazine for it. Now, see, this magazine is considered a stick magazine, as well as the ones above. And you saw the difference between those. Now, those are full metal stick magazines, but these are all plastic. So, you know, even though the gun is a heavy gun, this gun is heavier than those guns without the magazine. So it's not the magazine, it's the weight of the gun. Okay. And in this case, it's a little bit more so as I go over some of the things that I've done, put on it. So those are these magazines, guys, if you buy them, they are a lot cheaper than any other type of magazines. And you can get 2 of these, I want to say, for about 25, 2 for 25. I caught them at one time. They were like $12 and stuff like that. But, you know, things have gone up quite a bit now. So I couldn't tell you exactly what the price of that is now. But so, as you see, this one is a blowback gun, but the slide will not lock back on these guns. So there's a reason. The pellet guns don't have the ability to have the mechanism in it, due to how they have to shoot. You can't get them to lock back. So maybe they'll solve that issue one day. So anyway, the collection on this one, guys. Now, if you take it, and like I said, I'll go and I'll buy optics for some of these guns. As you can see, this is a rail. This is a detached rail added on to the gun, and so now you're getting into some costs. So this, like I told you guys, I go and I buy optics. I'll buy optics. Sometimes I'll spend a little more for optics depending on what I want, but usually not. And I'm certain that this optic may have ran me maybe $40, maybe. So you got 40. You have the gun that's running about 70. So 70 so 70 in the 70 80. So you're looking at 70, and that's about 100, 110. Taxes and stuff, you're getting about $130 on the gun, based on that roughly. Okay, so then also, guys, in this one, I wanted to put a torch. So this one is a red dot and a, I think it's a red dot and also a, it has a red laser. And it has a flashlight function to it. Okay. So the reason why I buy those, guys, is sometimes, guys, I like to be out in my range and I like to do some night shooting. So I simulate some night shooting. I'll turn the lights down and we'll go at it like that. So, you know, that's a part of the hobby, you know, and why you buy, you know, what you buy and how you buy it. But I'm certain this one, usually, guys, I don't know, like I said, I don't spend much for these. So maybe 30, less than $40. I'm sure if I bought it, it had to be about 30 something bucks. So now, like I said, you're roughly at 130, 160. Then you add this. These you can buy, guys. This one is plastic. So maybe $8. So 100, maybe this whole rig is going to cost you about 140 to 100 and I want to say $150 to put together. So that's for one gun. So you take that, guys, 150 and stuff, and you add it to the other guns. I won't add them up, but now you can see I'm now collecting. So I don't have, like, normally, like when I first started out, I had 2 or 3 $30-something guns, you know, that were non-blowback. And over time, guys, you know, I've been collecting now going on 5 years. But but over time I've built up a collection of air guns and these air pistols and rifles and whatnot. But I collect a variety. That's why you see them, you know, on my channel. So, but that gives you a general base idea of what you can do, what it is, and this and that and the other. Last but not least, we have the Glock 17 Gen 4, guys. So you hear that? Yeah, you don't hear a lot of rattle with this one. You hear that slide, and the way that sound that really sounds crispy. See, that's what you purchase when you spend a little bit more for a gun, for an air gun, guys. And I will tell you this one. I'll give you this one for a minute, guys, so you can understand. Okay, so like I said, usually you can buy an air gun, and if you want extra magazines, you may be paying $40, $50 for one magazine. So with the guns, if you buy this gun at one point I think was like $120. I've seen it now. I looked online. They want $170 for this gun, guys. In some places $140 for the gun and magazine, and that's it. Okay, so it's a Glock. It's a replica. It's what it is. The Gen 4s are ones that people really say are the best ones that they've produced so far. I've collected the Gen 3, and I have a Gen 5 that is a pellet pistol. So that's the difference. So now you start to see, okay, what are the possibilities? So I'm going to give you an FYI on this one, guys. So, and this is my secret place, but it's not anything secret about it. So EVIC, guys, I know if you watch my videos, you heard me talk about EVIC. So I decided I wanted to buy the Glock Gen 4. And so I looked at my normal haunts. I won't say the names, guys, but I love those places because I can always, they're my go-tos. But this particular gun, when I was going to get it, was going to run me $140 just for the gun and the pistol. Now they're like $170 something, 160 something once you find them. You can find deals if you hunt and find deals, but I'm telling you. So when it was that amount, I went looking at my secretive spot, which is not, because EVIC or EVIC, however you want to pronounce it, is a airsoft gun site. I love to go there because I buy airsoft guns as well, to plink and shoot targets with. So this one, guys, I looked and it had, they have a special offer where you go and they put guns on specials. So at the time this gun was on special, and I think the special was running like $150 something for this gun. Okay. But the difference with this gun is that it came with 2 extra magazines for that price. It was on sale. And I will tell you right now, I looked it up. It's $190 at the time of me talking to you on this here video, for a deal where you get 3 magazines. 1, 2, you have 3 magazines, guys, for $190. So that was, now. So this one was on sale. And so if I was going to buy a $140 gun, I was going to pay $150 something for this one for sure, because I got 2 extra magazines. Because the thing was, I wanted extra magazines. That was the thing about buying this gun. So if I paid $140, paid another $40 shipping. Well, shipping you can get free. Still going to pay taxes. I'm looking at $200 right here just for this. Right at $212, whatever it is, ship all that kind of thing. Sometimes you have to pay shipping. So that's what I would have with that. Okay, but this one, guys, at the price I paid for it, you're coming out about $100 and so, and you get these, and you get 3. Okay, so like I said, now if you were to buy them alone, $40, the gun usually comes with one. So if you were paying, say a price now, which I think is about $170, $9 or $60 or whatever it is. Now you got to pay the gun. Now you have to pay the shipping, possibly, or you have to pay the taxes. That's going to make this gun $200, right? That's without an extra magazine. Add a magazine, $220. I'm just giving you some rough estimations. Okay, so if you're paying $40 for these guns and you get another, so now you're looking at $250 or so for all of this. You see? So that's how I collect. I look for bargains, guys, but I also wait for bargains. And sometimes I overweight, meaning that, these have been out for a long time. Don't expect guns to go down. That is a false assumption. If you wait long, guns will not go down, guys, because they keep air guns in circulation. Now, you find deals in all kinds of stuff. Like there is a version of an airsoft one of this one, and it probably costs you more. I don't know. I can't say. I haven't collected it. So, but just depending on the day, the time, when you shop, all of that are factors. But don't expect that these guns or any of them are going to go down. They'll stop selling them before they go down. That's what has been my experience in collecting. And so because of that, if you see it, you want it, go grab it and buy it. If you can afford it, save up for it and do whatever you do to possibly get it. But if you like it, go ahead and buy it, because there's air guns out there that I have on my list that are still circulated out there, guys, that are double the price now. And Airguns Raider, if I missed it and I know what the price is, myself and my little buddy Hipshot, we don't go for that, do we? No, we don't. We'll pass up on them, guys. If I catch it, I wanted one so bad, guys. I can't even tell you. I know what kind it is, but I can't even tell you. The gun started out at 120, and I think that gun. Let me look that gun up. I'm gonna look it up, and I'm just gonna put it out there. Just hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. Bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna show you the gun. Okay, you see this gun? This is the CZ Shadow 2 BB pistol. CO2 blowback pistol is a .177. So when they came out with this gun, guys, this gun quickly rose. This gun, I think, was at $130. I was willing to pull the trigger on that, but I let it slide because I wasn't used to air guns that had blue handles and stuff. But I would buy one today. And the reason why I was interested in this one, guys, because this was considered a replica of the guns they use when they shoot IPSC. So that was another reason. Like I say, you find your reasons for collecting when you start to collect. And so that was the gun that I wanted for that particular reason. So at that time, it was like I said, close to $129, $130. But it didn't take long, and it rose. So I'm gonna show you the price of what it became in the midterm of when I was trying to collect it. Hold on. Okay, guys, so let me see. I'm trying to get this. I just want to get the picture and the price in. Okay, so this gun, as you can see, $192.99, guys. This was the price. This was then, okay? Let's see what the price is now. Hold on. There you have it. So that's what I'm telling you about collecting, guys. Sometimes, back this gun here came out a couple of years ago, and the production that they had on this gun, I guess they didn't make a whole lot of them. So after a while, you couldn't find one at the price that I was interested in. But then it started going up. And so this one is one of those ones that's dusty on the list that I've got on this particular iPad. So as you can see, that's what you're looking at. So let me just wrap this up now, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a couple of these and I'm gonna shoot them, guys. They're probably not gonna be the ones that you want me to shoot, but I'm just gonna put a couple CO2s in and just have a little target practice, and that'll end the video. But let me wrap up what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, the price of these guns and things vary. So when you're getting into the upper prices, you are really collecting. Okay, so would I buy a gun at that price, a BB pistol? It depends. You know, if I'm looking for that particular gun and I really have the desire to have that gun, if I have to pinch my pennies or save or whatever, you know, I'll get that gun. But it's not life or death. So the thing about it is, collect how you collect. You can see that things can go up in different types of guns, and I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a version of that one. I don't know what the cost or price of that is now. That is a airsoft version, guys. One of the reasons why I collect airsoft, guys, is in general, I don't know, they seem to get more licenses for all types of guns, and they have more of a variety. And then, you know, a lot of airgun purists, they won't steer you towards these guns. I have a few of my friends out there who know, they know what the deal is. If you know, you know, and they will buy these types of guns and they'll practice with them. So you know, that's one of the other reasons for collecting, guys. That kind of just spurred me in, because I'm not a real gun guy. I don't own any real guns. Doesn't mean that I won't own a real gun. Doesn't mean I won't shoot a real gun. Just means I don't own any. But I consume a lot of different videos, guys, from air guns to airsoft to real gun videos, just to keep myself in the know and thought and other things. You know, so, but they'll have more realistic guns in airsoft. And so, you know, when you go over there to try to purchase them, so and then they may not be as much. Like, you can get a replica of this one in an airsoft, and it may cost you more. It all just depends. You know, airsofters use these guns to shoot each other with in games. So I can see where they would justify the price of guns. But the other thing is that those guys are collectors as well. They collect, you know, but they collect them for use, and they buy them for fun, and they enjoy them. You can watch some videos, guys, where guys go and they buy these guns, and they'll buy a whole bunch of them, a slew of them at one time. So if you're paying attention, you can see the pricing, add up the cost of these guns if you like. And you can see it can be a pricey hobby. And for me, that's just what it is. It is a hobby. But, you know, to justify higher price guns just depends on yourself, what you're looking for and what you like. For me, I have a few of my favorites. For sure, I do. I'm partial to the 6, guys, because of the build quality and also the weight. And I've said that before. But when I first started out, I didn't know that. I was purchasing Berettas, and same with the Berettas. Berettas full metal guns, I like those, and I was purchasing them. But to get back to the point, guns are in a range. If you're gonna get a better gun, you can find better guns, guys, in ranges of about $150. That would be my top range if I was just purchasing better guns. And a lot of the better guns are in airsoft. Unfortunately, hopefully my gun retailers will take note to that, because we air gunners, we like realistic guns. And so I would purchase those as well. So depending on what you would buy. So some guys go, oh man, you know, why would I buy an air gun, an airsoft gun? That's the cost of a real gun. I can go put a couple of $100, and sometimes you get them on sale, and I can get a real gun. Yeah, you can. You may and you will. But But the cost on those guns, the other reasons why I purchase the way I do is that I understand some things. Because I've watched the real guns, and even in the video that I watched, the guy that collects guns say, you know, you can buy guns and start your collection, and those collections can run you a bunch of money. And he said, well, or you can go and you can buy you a BB gun, and the BB guns will save you until you can buy the real guns. So, you know, that's what you'll hear. You'll hear stuff like that, or you'll see guys who have real guns who practice for whatever reason. Some of them are military, some of them are police officers, some of them are just regular Joes like me and you who like their guns, and they'll go and buy a replica of the guns that they own, and they'll set up a range in their garage like I have, and they'll practice their manipulations, their shooting techniques, their loading and unloads, all of that, guys. And there's a video out there of this guy who has the matched guns, and he's going to town just like he has a real gun, guys. And when I saw that, I said, oh, okay, I can see the reason why people buy guns like that. I seen a guy that was similar to him, and he had airsoft guns. They were more realistic at the time, and they matched his firearm, and he showed the firearm alongside of it, and you couldn't even tell the difference. But that's what they do. So what happens then? You go buy ammo, you know, with those guns. So you have the guns that cost you, then you have ammo, and then you have to have a place to shoot them. And so these you can shoot in your backyard. You can set up a garage range like what I have. That's usually per se what they do. Some people shoot in their homes and their houses. They make a box and they shoot in their homes and houses. My wife wouldn't let me do that, but I'm good to go where I'll be able to make my range in my garage. But if you're buying replica guns that so that you can get some trigger time is what they say. And also, you know, even this one, guys, or some of them, I'm not going to break this one down, but they break down. They break down, and you can clean them. You can do all the things you can do with a real firearm. So those are reasons why people collect, and they do. So, you know, if you have a gun like this and you have a real gun, you guys know what ammo prices and costs were, especially during COVID. They were saying, man, you know, prices went up on those things. So then you start watching gun guys on their channels going and buying BB guns. And so why were they doing that? So they could get some trigger time in. They didn't have to go pay range fees. And the other thing was the ammo was a powerlet, which you can buy. These sometimes, depending on if you get a sale or whatever, maybe 40 cent a pop on these. You get a box of them, $20. And BBs. So this is 6,000 BBs, guys. $8, $9, $10 maybe. I don't know. Maybe one bullet costs you $10. I don't know what real guns are, but that's why they buy them. So they train with these and they do what they do. So me, guys, I just collect. I walked in the house and I realized I had another gun, guys, that this would be the type of gun that I would recommend any collector who is on the fence of purchasing blowback air guns or even non-blowback air guns, guys. Why? Okay, so this is one of the first ones that I've purchased. I have two of these now. And the reason why I have two is because I paid maybe $100 for this gun when it first came out, and the other gun ended up costing me like 80 something bucks, guys. And I'll tell you the reason why that is. Okay, so this gun is a rare type of gun, meaning that it's nothing rare about it. This is the Beretta PX4 Storm. It's been out for a while. What's different about it, guys, is that it will shoot pellets and BBs out of the same magazine. Now, air gunners will tell you, you know, we have rifle barrels in these particular guns. So I would not recommend shooting BBs out of them, but you can. Some manufacturers say it won't hurt them, not a problem. Okay, but that's not what's special about this gun. This gun has not, and since I bought it, 79, you can get this gun for 70 bucks, 70 something bucks, 79 something all day long. I'm not going to look up what the current, because I may be wrong at this time, because they have gone up. Guns have gone up. But this one, for the last four years or so, $79, guys. This is definitely one of my favorite ones. I call it the sexy gun. It's different from the other ones. And it is a replica of this particular gun, the PX4. This is PX4 Storm, so it's by Beretta. So this is an example of what you can go get if you're collecting to start with. This is I would recommend go get this gun. So the reason why is when I first saw this video, I had to have this gun. There's a video that's been out for years now, a few years now, where the guy was demonstrating this gun. This gun has decent power. He was using this gun. He was shooting tomato cans, and he was really telling you about them. And this one, guys, it's got a different type of situation to it. Let me see if let me take it off of the safety. Okay, so this one, out of all the guns, and maybe some guns will do this, will hold back. It won't hold back when you shoot it, though. Look at that. So, you know, it will hold back. This one you can't tear down, guys. It just doesn't work that way. It has a decocker. So let me put it back on safety. So yeah, so this gun I recommend simply because it has the dual function. Some BB guns or pellet guns have dual function. This one has pellet or BB if you want to shoot it. It's a reasonably priced gun. It looks nice, and I enjoy it. Like I said, a metal slide, polymer lower. This one has a metal trigger. So this would be my gun to recommend if you want to get into collection. Okay, so the guns that we choose to shoot today, we're going to shoot the BB gun, and we're going to shoot the pellet pistol, guys, the one that I recommended. This one also, guys, I like this gun because it has power. So this is the MP9. This is the PX4 Storm. I'm going to load them up. The MP9 is up first. So before we start shooting the target on either gun, we'll give a couple of shots to see the operation. This one is hot, so it's off safety. We'll just fire a few to see what it looks like. BB guns, guys, shoot different from pellet guns. Pellet guns have rifle barrels, which means they should be more accurate. May not be the case, but BB guns are not. So if you want to shoot targets by a pellet gun, if you want to plink and have fun, buy a BB gun. And in the case of the PX4 Storm, if you want to do both, buy that one. Beretta PX4 Storm. See how it shoots. The MP9. Now the PX4 Storm. Let's go for the D on the left-hand side. See that? So there it is, guys. You can see the difference with the two. You know, the BB pistol, guys, you know, if you aim a little bit better, you may be able to group better. This is just a demonstration of the two. As you can see, you had a little better grouping on the PX4 Storm, and that's what a rifle barrel will do for you. We are out.